right, so when is Mike getting back, guys? Or he's back when? Ah, he's here right now. Where'd you come from? Oh.
No.
What? Oh, I was here the whole time. What are you talking about? Like, it's so strange.
Yeah.
Nobody said I had to do anything lately. I was like, what's everyone?
Yeah, we just stopped calling him.
Just stop calling me.
Yeah.
No, he's back. We're glad he's not taking jobs away from everyone. We love Mikey.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Okay. Turn down.
Jeff,
Can I what?
sorry.
No worries.
What are you doing?
I'm good. I'm kind of in a spot where I can do something now if you need it.
Okay, and Booty Boys, I put a link. Can you click that link?
Okay, yeah.
Can you see the responses, the summary?
It says the form is no longer
never mind.
responses. Try contacting the owner of the form if you think this is
You have to
a
like
mistake.
maybe share the results page with me.
Maybe I can stream it. I want to show you.
You think you can stream it?
I think, yeah, I could totally stream
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. You take a moment and.
it. I send it. I send it to your email too.
Guys, I had a moment where I see Dan in the chat. I'm like, oh, Dan's here. Why is Dan here and stuff playing Metroid?
Yeah, he's already played Metroid. Yeah.
Bastard.
How about?
No, it's an invitation to respond to the forum that you shared with me, Christian.
Fuck.
Okay.
Make it so like.
What's up? Are you trying to share the results, or what are you trying to do?
Editor, there you go. I changed it to editor. Can you click it again in your email?
Dan, I think I mean it's worth trying. You know, it's got a very specific taste. I like it a lot though. Why? Did one of your favorite wrestlers start talking about it or something? What happened?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, your favorite wrestler? Did he
Came
start
back
talking
from the
about
dead.
it?
We're talking about your Monte.
You'll
Do
know
we
the
break
world
the
is flat
good-
when you drink this, brother. I think that's.
Can we break the good news to Dan again about Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, he's,
All right,
dead.
he's dead.
He's dead. Did you know that?
He's dead, brother.
Okay. Let me go back over here to the room we're in. Get Mikey's face.
Chef, do you click on the thing again? I changed it to editor. Maybe you can do it now.
Let me check.
I don't have mics. So I don't know.
It's fine.
It's
You can type it out in Booty Boy if you want.
I bet you could guess it.
No, I can't.
If I click on that link, I think it's still just taking me to. Wait, hang on. Where'd you put it? You put it in Booty Boys.
The one I sent you
Let me try.
on email.
Yeah, in the email, both links they go back to the same place, which is to fill out the form. All right. Jiminy Christmas. You're just gonna have to stream it.
Like, why am I here for this but not for a Flight Club? Well, you see,
Uh,
today is a different day.
That's right.
Flight Club happened on yesterday.
Man.
He's back in full form.
Yeah, when he explains things, like it's easy for me to understand.
Be slightly irritable. Like,
Okay, there's that. So let me get the music.
I know you're all messing.
Copy clovering.
Did you guys hear that?
Yes.
All right. I think we are.
I sent it to you, Mike. I don't know if you can see it.
I think we're good to go. I think we're in business, as they say.
Business.
Wait, hang on. Let me get the.
I mean, I do.
If you go to responses, can you see it?
Yeah, go to
anyways,
response. I see it.
Yeah.
Yep, I got
I
it.
don't know what. Yeah, I stream it if Chef can. Like we try it. We'll try after the break. See if
Yeah.
Mike-
That's
Okay.
Good. It's working
Alright.
for me though.
Cool.
It's working for me. If not, I'll stream it. No biggie.
Okay, good deal.
All right, we're ready.
Christian, what does that look like? We're just going to go over the predictions that other people are making.
Yeah, we just quickly we just go like a quick overview of what the community said,
it's a
and
poll.
then
Yeah,
Why
so
do we
it's
need to
fun.
do that?
it's
We
a
could just use Polymarket and see what the gamblers think. Christian, come on.
Yeah.
You're wasting all of our time.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. We could have been monetizing these motherfuckers way harder than we do it now. But yeah, we could do it.
I'm
this
ready.
year, for
Let's
sure.
let's
But
do
let's
this.
do it.
Okay, I'm scrolling back up. All right, let's see.
Let the children's gamble.
Let me just do this real quick.
Yeah, do what you want to do.
Okay. I'm gonna count us in and start the music in 5, 4, 3. The internet, you're busy, let's do this. Welcome to the Game S Decides podcast. This is the podcast where we decide everything about the world of games so you never have to think for yourself. I'm your host, Jeff Grubb, and with me is
Mike Minotti.
in today's episode, Mikey's back. Sony's trying some more stuff with Hollywood and multiplayer games and Octopath Traveler 0 reviews. I'm going to be curious to see what Mike thinks about maybe playing that. But we've also both been playing Metroid. We'll get into all of it and more. But first, Mike, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm back from Disney. I came back this afternoon. So, had a very good time, a very festive time. All sorts of Christmassy things were afoot. I saw Kermit and Miss Piggy host a show at the Jollywood Nights event at Disney Hollywood Studios,
Ooh.
and that was a ton of fun. Belle came out wearing her outfit from the direct-to-video Beauty and the Beast Christmas special and sang a song from it, and I was very tickled that they remember that thing existed.
Yeah, that's fun.
So,
I actually really love shit like that. That's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. Got to hang out with my girlfriend there, do all sorts of Disney things. Spent the day at Epic Universe. I did all that Nintendo stuff again. But yeah, it was good. I go very hard at Disney, so it's like, I never would be the person who complains for coming back from vacation. It's like, I'm tired, but
Of course.
little exhausted, especially just traveling in general. Even like a little flight like that just always leaves me a little tired.
The thing about this whining, Mike, is I think everyone agrees with it. Everyone understands the feeling of going on a big trip, going on vacation, and coming back and still being exhausted. Like, that is a universal thing at this point. So, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but it's also like, I want to make some content again. I was trying to listen to some stuff you guys were up to while I was gone. So looks like things were going.
It was the right week to
well.
take off. With the site frozen and stuff like that. It was definitely a little bit less streaming. We're figuring some stuff out with the new website, which is going to launch here pretty soon. It's exciting times over there. But yeah, no, glad you're back. Let's make some of that content.
Back in time for my birthday week. Let's go.
Yes, of course. We knew you wouldn't miss that.
That was one of my favorite parts of the trip. Is that when you're in Disney World,
Of course.
if it's like anywhere around your birthday, or if you want to lie, you get a button that says it's your birthday, and then everyone who works there is forced to tell you happy birthday with a smile on their face. And I'm a big fan of that. I like that a lot.
I assumed you'd have to produce some sort of proof, but yeah, you could just lie, right? They're not going to actually be like, "Where's your proof?" Because it's Disney.
No, because that would be mean.
Yeah,
so
that'd be
they
mean.
have to be nice to
Yeah.
everybody there.
Okay, that's
great.
That's fun. That's a good time. All right, so let's start the show. Let's get into it. If you want to make content, let's goddamn it make some content. Thank you everybody for joining us. Give us a good rating wherever you are listening. Hit that like button on YouTube, please. It helps people find the show. If you want to ask a question, you can drop a super chat during the show. We'll get to all of those before the end of the program. Thanks to Carlos Ayin, who is Insane in the Rain Music on YouTube, for the use of our theme songs. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and wherever pods are caught. Thank you to the mods. Thanks to Christian for producing. And you can get more from Mike and me and support us by going to patreon.com/GameMess. That gets you access to our Discord server, participation in Q&A sessions, and our game club discussions, early access to new episodes of shows like Columbros, and of course, all of our shows ad-free. You can get a discount if you do an annual subscription, which we really appreciate. We appreciate anything you do. Everyone that comes through and supports Game Mess, we notice, we appreciate it. I was talking with Sean and Christian. We're like maybe thinking in the new year we might figure out some stuff with Jeopardy. Stay tuned. Nothing to announce yet, but I think we're all kind of itching to get back to it. We all really like that show, and we know everyone does as well. So keep an eye on the new year. We'll have more news to announce, sometime in 2026. All right, let's see.
What I miss? Is Half-Life 3 out yet?
Half-Life 3 is not out yet, not announced, although that does seem like it's leaning towards an announcement at the Game Awards. Where are you at in terms of buying in on this? I think both you and I were relatively bought in at, was it Summer Game Fest last year or something like that?
I think it was the Game Awards last year.
Game Awards last year, yes, that's right.
Yeah, that I was just like, I was buying in a lot of things. It's like, that's it, it's happening. So this year, I don't want to say that, even though it looks like there's a chance. I do think that game is going to be announced relatively soon, and I'm not going to commit to what that means.
Right.
Boy, it is interesting and exciting that seems to be likely.
Yeah, Keeley seems like he's been teasing it in some places. There's a lot of integration in Steam for the Game Awards already. So they do have some sort of standing partnership. That's something that's happened in the past, of course. That's not some obvious indicator that Half-Life 3 is getting announced. I'm just saying they have a cozy relationship. And Valve, while of course they could do this on their own, I don't see any reason why they also wouldn't be like, well, if we can have Half-Life 3 on the Game Awards, and of course we'd be able to do it for free because that's something he would be down with.
Sure.
Why wouldn't we do it? So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I also heard that Jeff Keighley has a demon statue in the desert. I haven't looked at this yet, but I know none of you have been able to identify it.
We've been waiting for you to come back and just tell us what the fuck this thing is, Mike.
All right. Yeah, I'm on this. Okay. Huh.
Are you seeing it?
It appears to be some kind of monster, Jeff. I think it might be Metallica related, actually. Boy, yeah, I can see why people went with Diablo as the first thing here.
Apparently, Diablo has been excluded as a possibility. I'm just letting people know by Jason Schreier, as well as God of War and Elder Scrolls, the new Elder Scrolls. So those are the ones he said it couldn't be. One thing he didn't say it's not is Saros, which those tentacles look like that Returnal Saros vibe, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to say that this is the sequel to EA's Dante's Inferno, Dante's Purgatorio finally being announced. I think that's what's happening.
I definitely at some point thought the same thing. I'm like, why not? Let's go. Dante's Inferno. Let's just see. Well, there you have it, everybody. Mystery solved, thanks to the return of Mike Minotti. So there's some other stuff. PlayStation is publishing the first game by J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot Games, which apparently has been in the works for a long time. The person who's primarily been in charge of getting that work up and going and directing it is, let's see here, Mike Booth, who is best known as one of the key people on Left 4 Dead. This new game is a 4-player multiplayer shooter, I think, that's a co-op game. Sure sounds like a Left 4 Dead. People are kind of making a big deal. Oh, Sony did all these live service games, these multiplayer games. They're going back to that. Well, this feels a little bit different because this is not them necessarily investing $200 million in an internal studio to make one of those games. This is them partnering up with Hollywood to make something. I don't know. What do you make of this?
It's kind of interesting, right? Like the Bad Robot video game studio. What necessarily does that mean? I feel like J.J. Abrams has kind of been in relative hiding ever since he directed Episode 9. I've not heard much from him. And then even like the idea of Left 4 Dead likes. I mean, we had a lot of those. There's like a wave of them 4 years ago or something. It felt like Back 4 Blood happened.
The Anacrusis. Shouts out to Will Smith.
Yeah, Anacrusis. Even recently we had the Control Firebreak thing happening.
Yeah, FBC.
I think some of them did okay. Like I'm looking at Back 4 Blood. It has like 24,000 reviews on Steam, mostly positive. Also 90% on sale, by the way, in case you're interested. It did okay, but none of them have ever seemed to have the impact that Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2 did, and I don't know if any of them could.
Yeah, it seems to me like if this was based on an existing IP, that they would have said so. They did not say so. As again, I've read this a couple times. I don't think they're alluding to that, but so that this feels like that version of a Hollywood studio getting involved in making games. That is like, this is going to be like a separate but equal business for us over here, kind of similar to what like Annapurna does. Annapurna's got their movies. Annapurna's got their video games, and they're not necessarily making games based on their movies. They're doing their own games over here. I don't know. Is that something like for a Bad Robot? I don't know. Do you think that matters? Do you think that they can bring in the juice? Like, it seems like a difficult thing to pull off.
Yeah, it seems difficult. I don't know if Bad Robot's prestige and other forms of media really means much for me in the video game world. They are able to actually invest in the industry and give jobs to people and fun, interesting projects, and that is a good thing. So I am curious to see what this looks like, and if we have a new interesting studio here, getting the backing of PlayStation, that certainly isn't going to hurt.
Yep, I just think this sort of thing happens because PlayStation likes the idea of working with a J.J. Abrams and a Bad Robot. That's a big movie company that's made big movies, and that's kind of what motivates them here. And the game might be secondary, but who knows? This could be their next Helldivers. Come pops off and really hits with their the PlayStation 5 and PC audience. It is coming to PlayStation 5 and PC at the same time, so it could be one of those. We'll see. All right. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake will not be at the Game Awards. Although apparently that's still going to be it's going to be out, or something will happen with it by the 16th of January. So this thing is coming in fast. So everyone assumed, well, we'll hear about it at the Game Awards. Anything that's kind of happened in this next 3, 4, 5 week period, time period. If we haven't heard about it up to this point, why wouldn't it be at the Game Awards? But Ubisoft, the Prince of Persia account on Twitter, just came out and said, this is not going to be at the Game Awards. So yeah, I guess that's the whole story there, Mike. But I mean, if that's not happening at the Game Awards and we're getting it by January 16th, does that feel like something that shadow drops early in the year or something like that? What do you think?
I don't know.
What's the point of shadow dropping this? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right. Because we know it's happening. I guess it would be kind of a shadow drop. I wonder, right? Because obviously they had that original version of this and it looked sort of ugly, so they had to retool it. But what exactly does the retooling look like? Is it something that we are going to suddenly like much more? I think we all have a very specific idea of what Prince of Persia: Sands of Time looked like back then, and maybe we kind of just want the game to still look like that, and it's maybe a hard thing to translate into this modern AAA sense. I kind of wish they just did what they did with the Beyond Good and Evil remaster, which was a really good remaster. And it just made that game run really well and look a lot sharper, and it actually held up pretty well. I think that's probably what they should have just done with the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. I don't think it's a game that required a remake necessarily, because I don't know, I don't want to see too much in the way of mechanics or the game design itself change. I don't want to see the art style drastically change. If you're not doing that, then it should be like Metroid Prime Remastered style, right? Where it's a remake, where it's basically just, again, making the game look like what it looks like in your memories. That's kind of what I think they should be shooting for there. I think that's a hard task. So I hope it's not a sign of they're not super, they're trying to shove this thing under the rug. Because otherwise, I don't know why you wouldn't want this to be at the Game Awards.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with the Game Awards is always is the game big enough to avoid having to pay the fee to be in the Game Awards? And Prince of Persia: Sands of Time probably isn't. They probably would have to come to Keighley and be like, here is $500,000. Can we get 30 seconds? And that's not going to be something that Ubisoft, I think, takes on lightly at this point. They probably have a much more modest idea of what this game can do, and therefore its marketing budget. We'll see. Let's see here. Octopath Traveler 0 reviews came out. Did you get a chance to pay attention to any of this, Mike?
I did. It's only Oh, look at that! It's exactly as good as Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I see.
Yes, and just that means just a smidge better than Other M, of course.
Only a smidge better than Kirby Air Riders, and noticeably worse than Mario Kart World.
Look, Mike, we can talk about it. All right, we can get into it if you want. I mean, I don't get it either. God, Skill Up's review went up tonight, and he's like, the headline is, "I do not recommend Metroid Prime 4 Beyond." I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So it's a bad game now? What happened here?
I don't know. I mean, we can talk about this right now because I just started. I've been playing for the first hour. It's so far, it's like, well, yeah, it seems like a really nice Metroid Prime. Boy, sure is a very pretty game, and it's fun to play Metroid Prime. So I don't know. I just like getting an idea of what the people who, again, maybe it's not for skill, but I don't see people just straight up say they don't like the game, but the complaints about linearity and some of the Metroidness maybe lacking. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a sense of that because I haven't gotten to the hub desert area or thing. I met Mackenzie. Like, do I think Mackenzie is some terrible thing? No. Do I think Mackenzie is good for the game? No. So there's a little bit of a frustration. They're like, well, why even do this? Why, how could somebody in charge of Metroid think that you should do this? Is that ruining the game? No. Again, I don't think it's going to be some whole thing there. So I don't have some super formed opinion on Metroid Prime 4, but I do think that because there are some people like, oh, you're going to freak out because the Metroid game got an average in the low A's. No, I'm not freaking out. Hey, look, if Metroid Prime 4 was terrible for some reason, I'll be fine.
Yes.
I'll be disappointed about a video game. My life will go on. But yeah, Metroid has high expectations. This is a franchise that generally those games are in the low 90s, mid 90s, high 80s. So it is just, when I see the review average come in at a low 80s, I'm like, huh. So that's it. It's very interesting.
Yep, exactly. And I'm with you. I've not played enough to have a formed opinion. But so far I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I think that it feels very linear early on, but that's something I was expecting, especially after seeing the demo or playing the demo and seeing the previews. It's like, oh yeah, that's what they're doing with this early part of the game. Let's see what happens once I get into some of these bigger dungeon areas. But yeah, I will be very surprised if something comes along that's like more than just, oh, that's not exactly what I wanted. In fact, it's gone past that, and now this is something I think drastically hurts the game. I'll be surprised if that's where I end up, but whatever, it's possible. We'll see. All right, 83 for on Open Critic, anyhow, for Octopath Traveler 0. That might be different now, actually.
It's at 82, right? 82. The one I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. This is sounds like a big one. I had Vitelli on the day that the reviews dropped. He reviewed it. He spent something like, and he did a lot of the stuff in there, but something like 110, 120 hours in the game. So how are you going to finish this before Game of the Year, Mike?
Oh, I'm not going to play this one. No, absolutely not.
What's your history with Octopath Traveler again?
I started both of them and kind of fell off, and I feel bad about 2 because people love it so much, especially people who are JRPG super fans like I am. In fact, I think I might be pitching you soon on making that the endurance run game.
Ooh,
perhaps,
I'm open to this. Yes.
Yeah, because people like it a lot, but again, even though of course it's not the whole story, but even just the idea, like we're using the assets from the mobile game to make a kind of new Octopath Traveler. I'm like, okay, sure, that can be good. But if I was really going to invest in Octopath Traveler, it would be to go back and finally play 2. If I was, again, a big fan who had played those 2, then sure, maybe I'd be more interested.
Yep. I think that it sounds like this one is doing a lot of fun stuff that people really like, but it does have some of those hallmarks of the series of, you are kind of being split up quite often. I think the way that they are split up, you are going to these new characters often, so you kind of feel like you have a lot of starts and stuff like that. And so if like you get momentum with one character, now you're with another character. But it does sound like they intertwine those stories maybe better than ever. I don't know. I have not played any of these games really. But I'm always happy for the JRPG fans when they get one of these. They seem to like them.
I'm annoyed that it's apparently 100 Like, I don't know why.
I don't know. I get it.
The standard for the genre. It's insane.
It doesn't. It just doesn't need to be, right? There's just like there's obviously edits you can make to sort of streamline some of the stuff and still get across everything you're trying to get across. But yeah, I don't know. 100 hours is a big number. I get you could probably beat it in like 80, but honestly, what's the difference between 80 and 100?
Yeah,
really,
at that
other
point,
than 20
it's
hours.
just a season.
Yes.
There, you just played this video game for a season.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
All right. Fortnite fans speculate Epic may allow male nipples on skins.
Free the nipples.
Okay. There you go. Big news in the Fortnite space. I did see that. It's because Homer has nipples, right? That
Homer has nipple, and this new guy has nipples too.
Homer broke the nipple ceiling. Is that what we're to understand?
Mario had nipples in a Mario game. I mean, come on.
Right.
Male nipples are clearly just fine.
Yeah. It's always like they're trying to I think be fair of like you can't show nipples. I mean, male nipples, or you just talk about lady nipples, and it's like, well, you know what we mean, but let's just not do either. And it's like,
I guess we just got to be safe, and we got to cover all nipples. Right? What if somebody changed their pronouns halfway through showing their nipples,
Yeah, like legit, Mike, I guarantee a conversation like that has happened among lawyers and people putting these deals together. I think you're 100% right, even as a joke. All right.
God.
I don't care. Put nipples in Fortnite, whatever.
Is this a Kill Bill thing? Or can you cut nipples off as Kill Bill now in the game?
There was no nipple slicing in Kill Bill, Mike. I know it seems like the kind of movie that would.
Does Quentin Tarantino show up to randomly dunk on actors who aren't a part of the conversation?
I'm glad you saw that. What a weird thing. Paul Dano minding his business. Like,
he strays like crazy.
Probably just like hanging out with his family for Thanksgiving or whatever. And he checks his phone. Like, what the fuck? What did I do? What the hell?
He cut he cut when you say I cut a stray, it's like a bullet stray. He cut a cannonball stray.
Yeah.
Why?
That was for people that don't know, Quentin Tarantino was just like saying I Will Be Blood, or There Will Be Blood, excuse me, would be the best movie.
I Will Be Blood.
I Will Be Blood, actually. Little correction, I Will Be Blood. Quentin Tarantino said that would be one of the best movies, or the best movie of the century, if it wasn't for the weak sauce acting of Paul Dano, who's just sucks and is the worst actor in SAG. Those are all things he said.
And then he just went on
about
how much he did not like him.
Yep.
Like, okay.
And then Matthew Lillard also cut another stray on the same conversation for some reason. I don't know why Matthew Lillard was on the conversation there.
I love Paul Dano. Quentin Tarantino doesn't like Paul Dano because he kind of looks like him. All right. Rest in peace. Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, excuse me, has died. Mortal Kombat actor. He was 75. He played Shang Tsung. He returned to play as Shang Tsung in some of the recent Mortal Kombat games. That was awesome to see. This guy, his on-screen presence was just huge, and he's always stuck with me. I think he's one of the reasons that Mortal Kombat movie it really is my favorite video game movie still to this day. He's just fantastic, and he's going to be missed. Yeah,
I think about that. What your soul will be mine delivery.
Yeah.
Really looking into the camera. Yeah. Your soul is mine. That delivery. Just incredible. Yeah, he is so good as Shang Tsung in that movie. Just kind of camping it up in the most fun way possible.
All right. So Restful Trails to Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa. We will be right back, and we're going to do some super chats after this. All right.
Why the angle's always so weird, right?
It's just it's just this is no one sees this,
it's
right?
Flavor,
Exactly. Yeah. A little.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure thing. Hi, everybody. All right.
Free the nipples.
Free the nipples.
I should make that giant bomb emote, that face right there. Yeah. That's good stuff.
Oh, let me switch accounts to Jeff Grubb. Changes.
Yeah, Firehair wants to know how's Cookie.
Cookie's doing great, actually. It turns out Cookie's the rescue street cat. And now we have two cats, and people who have two cats know one is an angel and the other one is a criminal. And it turns out that the street cat Cookie is the angel, and Brooks is the criminal, at least when it comes to his stomach and pooping. He's got a sensitive tummy, and he kind of poops everywhere.
I see.
Yeah, it's a good time. All right, let me get the super chats up so I can follow along. There we go. Changes.
Time and chase the string changes. This song had a good duet version in Shrek 2.
All right. I am good to bring it back. You guys ready?
Yeah, I got the super chats.
Okay, fade to black. Back in 5, 4, 3. All right, it is Game Mess Decides. We have some super chats, and I'm going to ask Mike Minotti, could you please read those for us?
Yeah, but first, I was joking earlier, but it's funny that looking at it, like, Mario Kart World has an 87 average score. People hate that game now, Jeff.
I know. I don't.
No one likes that game now.
Yep. Yeah. How do you feel about the conversation of like, oh, Nintendo's lost its touch? I don't fully agree, but they are willing to sort of put out like I don't have a fully formed opinion on Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Let's say I end up agreeing with it, that it's a disappointment. It's an 80, almost a 79, whatever. And then so that means I've been disappointed by Metroid. I've been disappointed by Mario Kart. I've been disappointed by that Mario and Luigi game. There's kind of a string of things here where it's like, oh yeah, these aren't as good as they should be. How do you feel about all that?
Bonanza was amazing.
I agree.
Bonanza was fantastic. You know what I was playing? I was traveling and actually rolled credits on in the airport right before I boarded the plane. Is Kirby Air Riders.
Yeah, Kirby Air Riders is one that we keep like over here. We've been talking about it while you were gone. Of like, oh yeah, the more you play it, the better that game is. It's really fantastic stuff.
Yeah, Kirby Air Riders is actually it's really fun. So no, I don't think Nintendo has lost their touch at all. All right, let's get to super chats. First off, from Nathan Maloney. Also, I was like, YouTube switch back to it's their @ names instead of just their username. I can't.
I can't keep track. I don't remember. You're right. It looks different, but I don't know.
And Nathan Maloney says, "Hey boys, my 20th birthday is Tuesday, but we all know the real reason for the season: Daddy Jeff's big game reveal in 5 minutes of Awards Fest. What is the reveal you would bet your nose on happening? Move." My whole nose.
Yeah, I like my
whole
nose.
Nosy nose. I think I saw someone say today, maybe it was happening. It makes sense to me. Silent Hill 1 remake. Even though that does seem a little fast.
Yeah, Konami's been working fast with Silent Hill though, so maybe.
May happen, but I mean, Bloober Team's been busy, but they have multiple teams. Gosh, like I don't know if I want to bet my nose on Silent Hill 1.
No.
Remake. You think that the God of War Metroidvania thing isn't happening here, so
I don't know. I would like it to happen here so that I can drop it for my fantasy critic thing. Although that I'm not going to win that now because of Metroid. But that could show up here. There's no reason it couldn't. But I don't. It's definitely not like a shadow drop or something. It's hard to go with a guarantee because it's like anything that's not announced that would get announced here. We know Prince of Persia is not. And we can't say something like, well, Saros will show back up here or something like that. It's got to be a new announcement. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Half-Life 3.
I know, right? That almost feels like the safest one at this point. Yeah.
That's what the body parts
Two Bears got an interesting one. That Star Wars Total War game I heard about years and years ago. That could be happening by now. It seems like it's overdue. Metroid Prime 5. Yeah, thank you, Grant.
That's good, Grant. That's good. Boy, not to go back to that discourse of being, but you were like, maybe this is Metroid Prime that finally sells 5 million copies. I mean, it's funny that to think that reviews would matter that much for Metroid game, but part of me's like, nah, I don't think it will now.
No, I don't think it will now. Yep, it's going to be like everyone just got the excuse they need to skip out on it. So here we are.
All right, next one is Simon from Saskatchewan. Might have a dad movie for you, Jeff. Sisu?
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that one for quite some time. I think the sequel is here, right, Simon?
Yeah.
It's about a guy killing a bunch of Nazis, right? He just kills the hell out of Nazis.
Yeah, they steal his gold and he was start hunting them.
Now, to be fair, on the list of reasons to kill Nazis, them stealing your gold, it's high. It's not low. Number one though.
It's not number one. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
I killed them for the Holocaust personally.
Wow, so brave.
Wow. So, what a What an incredible man.
Simon for Saskatchewan says, since Mike neglected his bike club duties this week, does that mean he plays 4 hours of it next week? Don't think he's trying. Jeff, tell him to try. Please. No. Absolutely. It's never happened before. But we used to miss weeks all the time back when you guys had to work for Fandom, and they would send you out to, I don't know, DreamHack or whatever you had to do. And it was like, oh, we can't play Bubsy for 5 weeks now. And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll make up content for you, place I don't work for, while you're gone.
Oh, so yeah, like we didn't pay you well. Come on.
But no.
Yeah, no,
we'll be back at it.
Exactly.
On Wednesday for sure.
People got used to us not missing a lot of time this year, though, because we did not. We crushed. We have a list of Blight Club games beaten this year. It is lengthy. Blues Brothers was this year. There was a bunch of stuff this year. This year.
It's wild.
Yep.
Imagine if it was actually the next Lightning round, we might have beat 3 more this year, but now it's gonna be
no chance now.
Nothing but Leisure Suit Larry for a while.
The one in chat says this can come to a boat.
Yeah, Dan would say that.
Says a lot of things.
Yeah,
that has a lot of funny opinions. Where one day it matters that things are written in the book, then the next day things are just everything's a vote. Apparently,
that's look. I think it's a pretty good bit most of the time.
Did you all want a break from that game? I mean, look, it's not just me. You were all unhappy.
I am not sitting through that game for 4 hours. I'm not doing it. No way.
Yeah, tell you what, if you do that,
Mike. Dan is consistent. He's consistent. He always does what benefits him. You know
that's crazy. I tell you what, if you make me play it more than 2 hours that game, I'm only going to do that mini game where I seduce people.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, jeez. Please don't. Please, God, no.
Where he just talks about how small his dick is and that he wants to fart or shit on boobs or whatever he talks about. So
that's it. You got it.
All right. Next up is also from Simon Saskatchewan. Says, War Rats 2D shooter with rats playing metal. Thoughts? Rats, huh?
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I guess it depends like how realistic the rats are. 2D shooter with rats playing metal.
I think I only like 2 rats. I like Master Splinter and Remy from Ratatouille. I don't even know if I like the other rats from Ratatouille.
That's a really funny thing to say, Mike. I was going to ask, and the fact that you were ready to volunteer it, like, oh, man, holy shit, that's funny.
They seem kind of grubby. No offense.
Yeah, well, no, I get it. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. For sure.
I'll play anything. Sure. War Rats playing metal. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, shit, I forgot about Rizzo. Damn it. David Darline says, I challenge you to name 3 things that differentiate Philadelphia and Boston. I don't think you can. They did add later. I thought Jason was going to be here. My bad. Yes, Jason was ready to step in for me, but I'm here. I'm ready to go. So sorry for bumping you off, Jason, but I do appreciate you being willing to help. But I bet I can still do this. Philadelphia has cheesesteak.
Okay.
While Boston is just a mistake.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like that too. Yeah, that's good.
All right. Philadelphia has Independence Hall, while Boston ain't got nothing at all. And then Philadelphia is where they made Rocky. And Boston is where you can go and fuck yourself.
All right, yeah. 3 differences there. People said it couldn't be done. They weren't counting on Mike Minotti being here tonight, though. That just goes to show them.
All right, good stuff. See, we don't need any actual people from Philadelphia there. I should have made a City of Brotherly Love joke.
Yeah.
And Boston's a city of... No, I'm glad I didn't do that.
Yeah, because like a negative thing that rhymes with love is hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, how many words rhyme with love? Dove?
That's why every song is like the love that came from above. Like every song like every single one. When they talk about love, turns out it came from above. Wow,
yeah.
Who knew?
Man, speaking of love from above, I had an Uber ride that was very interesting. It smelled very strongly of weed, and the person just kept listening to the same religious song with like, it wasn't just like listening to it. It was like also on the phone was the video
he was studying it.
Version of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just the same song over and over and over.
I'm always surprised how many
fun.
Uber drivers are like, I am ready and willing to be playing my religious music the whole time you're in here. It's a bold choice.
Yeah, they're
You
just
don't know
they're
Jesus,
really into it.
motherfucker?
Yeah, sure. Good.
Okay.
Seems
Go
all right.
Jesus. Next up is from Lex License. This pass is good, huh? Yeah, that's one I am definitely gonna make sure that I play before our game of the year thing. That's basically it. That's all I basically have time for to try is going to be try Dispatch, play through Metroid Prime 4. That'll be right. Maybe just try Ghost of Yotei if I can. We'll
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that game's good. I've been like continuing to like watch people's reactions to it. I've seen some people like talking about, oh, there's too many sex jokes, and it's like I don't necessarily think that people are getting what's going on here. They're establishing a sort of like realistic workplace environment, and it's like if you've ever worked with people, these are supposed to be criminals on this team. If you've ever worked with people who are kind of like from that side of the tracks, people like me, that's just what it sounds like at work, and I think they do a really good job of making it sound very natural. So I'm a huge fan of that game.
I'm glad you said that, Jeff, because I was going to say, like, you can tell the divide here because I'm like, this is the most natural dialogue I've heard in a long time.
Yes, it's worth calling that out as like that's real, and not everyone's worked in an environment like that. That's what it is.
No.
So I get it.
Bunch of fucking cowards. Get a real job. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least try working a real job for once. Yes.
Jason Fulton says, thoughts on the theory that DKOGB was actually the cruise ticket out of Nintendo jail. Nintendo Gooners just said, yeah, let's get the boys some codes. Okay, what's DKOGB?
Donkey Kong old girly bastard? I don't know, man. I got nothing. DK's got to be Donkey Kong, right?
That's what I thought. I was just...
Yeah, Dan, can you Google it for
banana.
us? You sound scared to do so, but it can't be anything bad.
Oh, I Googled DKOGB, and I'm getting nothing. Although OGB might mean Office of Group Benefits.
That's got to be it, surely.
Yeah. No one in chat either, too? Is it just OG but a typo? What would DKOG be?
OG, like... I'm like trying to think.
Orangutan gangbang! Oh my god! Oh, you're insane, Jason, for thinking that I would. I could remember that. That's the fucking acronym. Oh my god!
You made that game and you don't remember it?
No,
you didn't remember. I didn't hear you piping up, Christian.
That's the thing about podcasts is like if anyone's ever been on podcast, it's like I remember Luke Smith describing it as like just being a shark who smells blood in the water. Like your eyes go blank and you just go for the next funny thing and you have no idea what you said 10 seconds ago, let alone 10 episodes ago.
This makes look. I know to make the word count, you gotta shorten something. You cannot count on me to remember that OGB stands for orangutan gang.
And I understand there's a lot of letters in there, but you can't skimp on those ones. We need all those letters. Yeah.
That's incredible. David Arline says, I thought Jason was going to be remote. I thought, no worries, David. Thank you so much. Zombie Porn says, so Night Dive just released a remaster of Monolith Productions' Blood. What? I feel like I should have known about this earlier.
Good.
It's your fault, Mike. Oh,
it looks good.
They really. How did they have time to do this? They just released the Outlaws one that I haven't had a chance to really play yet. And now we have Blood. Blood was, I had a 3DO, right? Blood was the game I really wanted for the 3DO. I think my parents didn't want to get me because it was just straight up called Blood.
Right.
But I was looked at it. I'm like, boy, I bet this is so much cooler than Doom. It's Doom, but like made for the 3DO. It's gotta be sweet. Gosh, so this is just like out. I could be playing this right now. Move over, Metroid.
Yeah, I have been meaning to play this, but it's been all Sectorian, now Metroid, so I have not made time for something like this yet. But I will, because I like all this stuff they're doing.
Searching for blood on Steam is kind of difficult. A lot of games with the word blood in the title. I'm just looking for Vanilla Blood.
Sure.
Just blood, Steam.
Yeah, just
If I put monolith.
Vanilla blood.
just go to the store and start shouting, "I need vanilla blood," and you'll be bound. Someone will be bound to help you, I'm sure.
Okay, blood refreshed supply. Why is their reviews mixed? The people just be like, "This game's old."
Yeah, I don't, there's probably some bug. There's usually like a bug early on that causes that.
All right. Oh, okay. So whatever. I'm excited. Oh, because there already was like a different remaster of Blood called Fresh Supply, and this one is a different one called Refreshed Supply.
Does it replace it or something?
Maybe I don't know. Whatever. I didn't play that last one. Oh God, look at this game. It looks sweet. Oh my God, you have dynamite. Oh, it looks so cool. I'm just gonna be a blood guy. Oh, you have hairspray and a cigar lighter. You just have a pitchfork. Oh God, blood looks so freaking cool. I should have gotten it for the 3D all those years ago. I blew it.
You know that those things when on like social media when like an account says something and then someone quote tweets it with like the image of like it'd be funny if this person was saying it. But for the last 5 minutes, it's like just put Dracula above you. Because, blood looks so cool. I'm going to be a blood guy. It's just, all right. Yeah. Cool.
I like it. All right. Hail Me says, you guys and Jan absolutely killed it with dancing on UPF. Genuinely love the energy.
Everyone seems to really like that.
We did.
Uh-huh. It was a good time. I had a great, my family watches a lot. My in-laws, my sister-in-law and her boyfriend. And they were like, we were worried about you. I'm like, okay, I need to work out a little bit more. It's like, I was like gyrating a little bit. I was definitely going for it, but I didn't need to look like I was dying on stream.
Next up is from Steenar. Says, have you guys seen this Banjo-Kazooie that was made in Dreams?
Yes.
Saw a tweet from Rare giving it a tip of the cap. No.
Dude, check this
people
shit
are so stunned
out.
They're still doing things with Dreams? Hell yeah.
I think this is like one of the top tier Dreams creators or something like that. He's the last project he said was his last one, and then this one came out of nowhere, and everyone's like, what the hell? It looks nuts. I'm like, for sure gonna try to play this. It looks nuts and bolts or bolts.
I'm looking at this. They just made a Banjo-Kazooie.
They made a new Banjo-Kazooie game.
It is. They never made Dreams available for PC, right?
They never made it available for PC. They never followed through on the thing where it was like you would be able to publish these games independently from Dreams and release them for everybody. Now, of course, this is Banjo-Kazooie. They can't do that, but man, fuck, shit.
Still,
I want to play this so bad.
Insane, because that is like, just looking at this is absolutely wild that somebody is able to do that. Super cool.
It just said the whole trailer like looks like there's a full video game there. I don't know if it is, even if it's like one level with a bunch of missions, that would still be impressive.
Boy, what is that studio Media
Molecule? What are they doing? That's a question. They're not closed down. They're still doing something.
They're not. Yeah.
I bet if I'm Sony, I think they like. Look, Dreams was really cool. Can you take a lot of this and make the PlayStation Roblox instead or something like that? I bet they're going to keep trying that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Chrono Rig, but that they made me remember. There's more Chrono Trigger rumblings happening while I was gone.
Oh, yeah. Yuki Horii, is that his name? Yuji Horii, thank you. Was asked about it. He got visibly flustered and said, I can't talk about that.
Okay.
Now, I think it's probably safe to assume that's because there is something happening. Also possible that something was happening, it's no longer happening, and he's frustrated by that, and he can't talk about why he's frustrated. Who knows?
That's a game like I almost don't want too much done to it. I don't need a big flashy remake. I don't even want like it to be too HD 2D eyes. Just polish it up a bit and make it so I can buy it on my Switch.
A light HD 2D I think would be fine, but you're right. If they go too far, it's like that game's already one of the most timeless games ever made in terms of its visuals and presentation. You kind of don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, I don't really need like extra shadows in Chrono Trigger. All right, next up here is from Chrono Trigger. I'm loving Metro Prime 4, and Retro has set the bar for graphics as a Nintendo dev, and I'm expecting the same type of level from the Mario and Zelda team, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure the Mario and Zelda teams will be able to do some cool things, but like Metroid is the one franchise that's going to go quote unquote more realistic, maybe is the word, but detailed, right?
Certainly.
It is just insane how pretty that game is. It is the best looking game we've ever seen made like as a first party Nintendo title. It's wild that I was able to select 120 frames per second as an option on a Nintendo game, which is how I'm playing it actually. I I can't tell too much of a difference with the fidelity between 60 and 120. I'm like, I can actually tell it's a little smoother, not much. I could play 60 FPS fine, of course, but yeah, I'll go 120. And yeah, like that first area, gosh, it's so pretty. God, Metroid Prime music. Metroid Prime music is so freaking good. How does the music alone should make it a 9? No, not really, but it's very good.
I'm with you.
It's very good.
It's good.
RT Bick, who has been a Lincoln member for 22 months, says, do y'all ever worry one of these days Mike will go to Disney and just never come back?
He's going to code grandma himself? Oh, no.
I don't think that's the implication. I think it's just, I'll live there.
Yeah,
not die there.
I do occasionally worry about the coming permanent flock to Florida for Mike Minotti. I don't think we're close to that yet, but it will happen eventually, I think. He will just one day decide, I live in Florida now.
And then it'll be like...
Will you work at Disney? Will you work at Disney?
Maybe.
At the park?
I like to imagine it'll be like the Dark Knight Rises, where Jeff will just like go there and sit at like the tiki, the Star Wars bar,
and you'll be in retirement working there. Yes, I'll see.
And like you'll just like look over and you'll see it. I'll just like give you one nod.
Yep.
Like wink,
and I'll look away and be like, I gotta let him live.
Smile.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it's gonna be. I would if I did have a job, I would like to ride the train or something. I want to work on the train. I'm very into the Disney trains. Jordan says, I got my YouTube recap yesterday, and it's AI said my most followed video game of the year was Nintendo.
I saw a lot of that. Yeah,
that's right. I think we do actually list that as the game category.
I think it might be. Yeah,
that's
stupid, but we do that. Yep, that's fun. Thanks to everybody who's been sharing those. There is a thread on the Giant Bomb Reddit subreddit for people who can share their Giant Bomb. Like if that shows up in your thing, you can go share it there if you want.
Next up, we have Big Jimbo Ryan on vacation laws. Tarnish my legacy, law. Anyway, it seems Phil Spencer isn't a smart fella. After all, forced to play by Microsoft's rules, tis. Why not do what I did?
What did he do?
Well, Big Jimbo Ryan retired, I guess.
Oh, that's right. Yes, right. Yeah. I mean, get like I always say, get out while the getting is good. That's what Jim Ryan did. Phil Spencer.
And before that, he what did Phil Spencer do? Close down Japan studios.
Jim Ryan. Yeah, Jim Ryan did do that. Yeah,
Jim Ryan. Jim Spencer. Did I say Jim Spencer?
I think you might. Yeah, maybe you did. Yeah. Hey, listen, I would like to see that. Them Fusion Dance. Yeah, I think that Phil Spencer has not had an opportunity to get while the getting was good. The getting has never really been good on the Microsoft side of things. It's gotten worse, I guess. So relatively speaking, maybe.
Tuber says, does Samus mourn the Lamorne R.I.P. Peepo? The Lamorne seem like fun little dudes. I mean, I played through Metroid Prime 2 recently, and they definitely remind me of the bug people from that game. I'm a big fan of all these kind of like, we are an old civilization. Ooh, we're kind of ghosts now. Yeah, I like that.
Yep. Yeah. And Samus is the chosen one again. Yeah, that's great. That's going to work for me every time. I love that.
Dean 8149L says, only played the first, but Octopath music is great. Oh yeah, those games have incredible music. So, and I bet Zero has more very good music for sure. Next, there's a bunch more when I push the refresh button here. Next up from Uriel Delgado, did you watch the Snap Cube Sonic dubs? Any favorite lines? That's the one where like Dr. Robotnik like gives his speech and he says funny things, and I think I remember when I don't know. I think they just kept making Shadow over and over saying that line where he's like, that blue hedgehog again, of all places. And every time they just said it again, I would laugh even more.
I've never seen any of these, but I'll check some of that out.
Yeah, they're funny. They're pretty funny. Next up is from... Oh, I think I skipped this one. Yeah. What is from T-Bucket? What is your favorite final game announcement at TGA? Mine is probably Armored Core 6 in 2022, but who could forget Fast and the Furious Crossroads? Honestly, that's like the only one I remember as being the last thing, because it was like so obviously like it was weird because like like it was early time, so he still just had to take the money for even the last spot and be like, yeah, if you pay a lot of money, I'll let you go last. And they got the stars out there. and those stars were selling it like it was a big deal so badly. It was hilarious. I think Vin Diesel was like, "Oh, we really doing this? Yeah, like, can you even believe?"
It's like, oh my god, the kids at home are freaking out. I bet, and everyone's just like, what is this? And then the game came out and was awful.
It was less influential than like the arcade game.
Yes,
that you would find at Chili.
Right.
What the hell was the point of that? God, so I don't know. Do any other one last things stand out to you even?
No, not really. It was at the Game Awards. No, not really.
Right, because like at Summer Game Fest, Resident Evil 9 just recently, that was a great last thing.
Right, wasn't Elden Ring at the Game Award? Or no, that was at Summer Game Fest, right? So yeah,
maybe. Yeah, but yeah, Armored Core 6 was incredible when that happened. That was very good.
Yep.
Next up is from Digital Firefly. Can't believe Metroid Prime 4 is finally out. Keep up the great work, guys. Go Lions. FTP. Yeah, when I started that up, there was like that moment, like, this is a video game I own now, huh?
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4.
It's the fabled game is here, and it's very strange. It's like watching it download was like, wow, that's really bizarre that this game after 18 years basically is here.
We've had a bunch because we had that with Silk Song and like, but God, now but maybe Half-Life 3. So yeah, all these things just eventually usually do happen. It turns out you just gotta wait.
If Duke Nukem Forever can happen, any of these can happen. Yes.
Yeah. Kono Kasama says the desert game is just Scorn 2, right? Peen time. Oh God, Scorn 2 wouldn't be big enough of a deal though, would it? Maybe they do that. How many people played Scorn?
Right, like, this doesn't have to be a big deal, right? This could be this could be something that like some studio we've never heard of is teasing because they're like they have some money and they're throwing it around. They're a NetEase game or something.
I mean, it certainly looks like Scorn, and Scorn came out in 2022. So, like, yeah, it could be Scorn 2.
Yeah, but Scorn was good. Well, no, there is like all those faces on the way. Yeah, it could be Scorn. We'll see.
And then Boondoggle Hobby says, if a hen and a half laid an egg and a half in a day and a half, how long would it take a rooster sitting on a brass doorknob to hatch a hardware store? Give up? So did the rooster. Penis.
All of that made perfect sense to me.
Zombie Porn says, gamer app coming around. I say, you know it, dropping soon. Oh shit, I have to figure out what day I'm gonna do the Kingdom Hearts final Mixmas here.
We have we came up with some scheduling stuff that you can actually see in the Giant Bomb calendar.
Yeah,
now
I saw that.
Okay, so now you have a good idea of what we're doing, so you can work around that.
Yeah, work around that. Boondoggle, that's the one I just read, and that one D Monk says, this is Joyzy. Hey Grubb, thanks for blasting out my Game Awards bingo survey in Blue Sky without telling me. Excuse me, sorry. 567 responses, lots of Jeff fart sniffing jokes. I think my favorite one was somebody said that the free space should be Jeff Keighley saying, I played this one a few months ago and I think you're really gonna like it.
That's the real problem with this bingo thing. I don't envy Joey Z figuring this out because so many of the things could be the free space. Muppets showing up, Kojima, anything with Kojima. There's so many things like along those lines, but who cares? It's just going to be there for fun. Joyce, one of the reasons I did that is I'm gonna make everyone who's on the talkover do one of those. So thank you.
Nice.
Be certain to share those back with me when you're ready.
Soothing Bath says, Jeff, I'm sorry I mentioned commensurate.
No, yes. Every time I say it, I'm like, that was the wrong one. There's commiserate and there's commensurate, or commiserate and commensurate. See, I already messed it up.
I don't know if I said it right.
Yeah, it's like, it's just my brain. What happens is I think I'm about to say the right one, and then I'm like, no, that's not right. And so I always say the wrong one after correcting myself in my brain. It's the worst.
And then Kanon Kosama says, what's the best game diffusion? I got Sakajima.
Okay, so Sakajima's balls. Is that what's happening here? I don't think so.
Yeah. Pitch Jaffe.
Fuck, dude. That's wow. Okay. I don't want to think about that fusion dance.
What do you think? What do you think that guy thinks of Metroid Dread?
Oh man. Yeah. So let's see. Shigeru. Let's combine Shigeru Miyamoto and what's the two human guy?
Dennis Dyack.
Dennis Dyack.
Oh no.
Yeah, Mia Modak. There you go. There's my fusion.
That sounds like a bad Marvel villain. Jason Finelli says two things. One, I think the statue is for Lords of the Fallen 2. And two, my TJ prediction is a cool guest character for Tekken 8. My heart says Tifa Lockhart. I mean, it was so weird they didn't do Tifa Lockhart already. They gave us Clive, right? They just gave us Clive in that game, which, I mean, didn't excite anybody, I think.
In 7, they gave us Noctis.
Right, which, that made it a little...
Tifa wouldn't have been in because when they were developing the characters, like, remake may not have even been out yet. Like,
remake
these things take a long
out.
time.
I guess I know it takes
these things take a long time, dude.
All right.
Like, if Tifa were to get into Tekken 8, she would be like in 2 seasons from now. Like, these things take a long time.
What's the state of Tekken 8? Are people still kind of down on it?
I don't know.
It's still a fun game to play with your friends, a horrible, unbalanced mess competitively.
Okay.
People been crying about that game for it. I stopped looking after like the 3rd patch where like, what is the worst patch of them all? I was like, oh, I guess that game's done.
Also, Lords of the Fallen 2, like, yeah, maybe it's that, but boy, that would be a nothing burger for me. Lords of the Fallen 2 will be the 3rd Lords of the Fallen game, correct?
It will be the 4th one.
Yes, because they one of them is like singular and then the other one's plural, and it's like a combination of the first 2 games.
I'm pretty sure the new one is just Lords of the Fallen.
Right, so there was Lord of the Fallen, Lord of the Fallen 2, and then Lords of the Fallen was like a combination of those 2 games with some new stuff, right?
No, I think it's a new game, yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay, so Lords of the Fallen 2, what a weird series.
It's funny, yeah. On Steam, there's Lords of the Fallen 2014 and then Lords of the Fallen.
Oh my god, it's really just the same name. That's insane.
They both cost $30.
They were gonna call it the Lords of the Fallen, I believe, but then they were just like, no, we're gonna drop that and scan the exact same name both times.
Oh, because I remember them being the distinction between Lord of the Fallen and the Lord of the Fallen.
Yeah.
So
there was that. I think
really
this would just be
dumb.
the 3rd one. I think it's just the 3rd one.
It's just the 3rd one? I thought it was... Okay.
I think this will just be the 3rd one. Don't worry.
What is the most guilty we as an industry and maybe our podcast have ever been about getting excited about one of these stunts or something a developer said that turned out to be nothing? For as much as the Echo the Dolphin thing comes to mind, Mike, I think the most guilty we as a society have been is when Way Forward was like, we're working on a new game that's based on an existing IP, and we're like, they're remaking Zelda 2, they're doing something with Nintendo, it's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah!
And do you remember what it was?
It was like Beyblade, right?
It was Bakugan. Yes, Bakugan.
It was fucking Bakugan.
Yeah.
We thought it would be Zelda.
So now I can't go through my life without hearing the word Bakugan without laughing to myself. So, yeah.
Oh, my God. All right. And then Large Mario says, what's the Mount Rushmore of Canadian prime ministers? Well, why don't dance in chat? Let's I don't know if I could name 4.
I definitely couldn't. Absolutely not.
I only know the one that made a blackface.
Right.
Justin Trudeau's the one dating Katy Perry, right?
Right. And also the one that did blackface.
No,
I don't think I could name.
He does.
I don't think I can name 4 governors of Ohio. Like I'm
wow.
Yeah. It's like so. I'm like,
there my whole life. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I think that is it. I think we are caught up on super chats. Thank you so much, everybody. If you want to still send a super chat, we will read it before the end of the show. Back to you, Jeff.
All right, Wunderbar. Let's.
Oh, X-Court Games says, I just got her. You should start over. Okay, go ahead, Jeff. Start over.
All right, it's the internet. You're busy. Let's do this. And by this, I mean take a break. When we come back, we are going to talk about everyone's, as in your predictions for the Game Awards. Christian got some insights from you all. We have the wisdom of the crowd on our side. We'll find out what you all think right after this.
All right, losers.
Let's
see if you can open up that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to.
You should be able to. On your email.
Okay. Did you send a new invite in my email? Let's see here.
I think I could do it again.
Make sure you're signed in with the right one, because
Yeah, it's like
Google's fucky about that. Like, it
it's
always
not-
defaults to my work one.
right. It's not giving me the option to change the account though. That's the problem.
Open up Docs and see if you can do it that way.
Okay. Okay,
Or
Docs.
Sheets. I don't know if it matters.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Sheets. Wait, no, let me just go to Forms. That's where it would be, right?
Forms, yeah.
And then sign into my account there. Yeah, there it is.
Or I can send it to your other email.
Oh, I found it, Christian. There we go.
You can go to responses and then summary and scroll down.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Let's see here. I guess I should probably put this into the video then, huh? That's the whole reason we're doing this.
Do a video?
Yes.
Yeah, do video now.
I mean,
Ah.
wait, is this
Technology.
live? Are we live here right now?
No, we just
No,
do
we
this
don't
for
do this
fun.
live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is recorded. Right. No, chat is recorded.
that's right.
Video's live.
Exactly.
Okay, that's there. And then let me bring in this.
And then we talk about, I don't know, trailers or whatever you want to think. You should do another like another doc, so you can write down your predictions for like trailers and that kind of stuff. Because we already did the awards.
Okay, so that's what we're doing is predicting. Oh, hang on.
This thing I want to share like really quick, and then for you two, I want your like trailer predictions, announcement, something funny. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
Okay. Give me a second. Let me get back to the
Mike,
form.
can you do something for me?
Yeah, something wrong with my audio.
Yeah, is Wavelink open?
Yeah,
Can you pop that open for me?
it's open.
Okay. So up at the top where it says Elgato Wave XLR, can you hit the arrow next to it, the down arrow?
Yeah.
Uncheck clip guard.
I don't think that's.
Oh, it's under. Sorry, it's under audio enhancements. If you don't have that expanded.
Okay, I see. Clip guard has been checked off.
Okay, so that may be what does your ducking thing. It's usually not that aggressive, but you get variance to your voice.
I know. Yeah.
Picking that. And okay.
Sure thing.
Okay, other thing. One small thing, because they
Yeah.
contribute a lot. I said that I would bring this up if I had a chance. It's Kono Neko Sama.
Okay, Kono Neko. That makes sense. Kono Neko Sama. Neko means cat, right?
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense. I'm sorry, Kono Neko Sama.
It says chill, but I did say I would say something if I had the chance.
My bad. I mean, the no spaces throws me off. It's a lot of vowels, and now
Kono means this.
Yeah, so it's like
feel free to cut me off and correct me if I do it again, because I very likely will. Hey,
they're saying in chat, it's chill. It's chill.
Kono
Hey,
Neko-sama.
thank you, Kono. Kono Neko Sama.
Nihongo de kimasu ka?
Oh,
I know Sama. I learned all those honorifics from Persona, so I'm good there.
yeah, anytime I hear Sama, I think about you and Jeff talking about Rise from Persona 4 and you saying you can call her Rise Sama, you piece of shit.
That's right. In this black and white mode, I hate, like, I have this wisp of gray here and it just looks like I'm a splotch of like pure skin because of black and white. No, there's hair there. It's just all gray. I swear.
Oh no.
What's that Dreamcast game that is getting a fan translation? Do you guys see that? It's like the people are saying it's like a holy grail.
Yeah. The Sega.
Oh.
Sega. What is it called?
Uh,
Sega Sama?
Like Sega Gaga or something like that?
Sega.
Sega Gaga. Oh,
Yeah,
that
Sega
one.
Gaga. That's
Sega
right.
Yeah, there it
Gaga.
is. Okay.
Oh, I
Sega
was
Gaga.
thinking of a different one.
Oh.
What's the RPG on Dreamcast?
Mm.
It was like
Evolution.
episodic.
Grandia.
Dal know what I'm talking about. Someone in chat will
Virtua.
know what I'm talking about.
Okay, let's see here. We
Sonic
are
Adventure.
good, I think. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yay!
All right, fade to black. In 5, 4, 3. All right, we are back. it's time to decide, and we asked you all to help us decide this time for the game or the Game Awards predictions. So Christian put together a form, got all of your responses, and now we will see what people think are going to win these categories. I have a form over here. Let me just bring it up here. Okay. We should just like work our way down from the top, right? Let's start with Game of the Year.
The wrong way.
There you go. Now he sees all the data. He's so excited about it.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
Pie charts.
All right, so this pie chart for Game of the Year, we got a bunch of responses, and 96.5% of respondents think that Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is going to win Game of the Year. Do you agree, Mike?
Big, heavy favorite, right? It would
Yes.
be a huge upset. I'm not sure if we get many upsets. I think when It Takes Two won, that was a bit surprising. Not like some like giant, like I can't believe it, but a little bit of an upset. And that was that 2021 that year that happened. So
Yeah.
It was a bit of an open field that year. There was definitely not like a big front runner, so maybe that's a bit why that happened. But this year, it's a huge front runner. It's, and it makes such a good story that winning Game of the Year is this kind of tiny game that didn't have much way of expectations, and it did really well by genre that some people think is dying and revitalized it, and it's got a story people like, it's got music that people like, so it's hitting so many different fields, and yeah, just super critically acclaimed, and it has definitely broken through and has reached a large audience as big fans. I saw the tickets for a concert with it just went on sale and they sold out like immediately. It's like the kind of game designed to win the Game Awards. I don't mean that in like some snarky way, but it doesn't deserve it. It will deserve it.
Yep.
Absolutely. I would be happy to see it win. Yeah, absolutely. The front runner.
How do you feel about the accusation that all these people saying that Clair Obscur Expedition 33 are going to win are just stealing my thunder from when I predicted that earlier this year, and they're all just on my coattails and riding those?
It was funny because like what? Yeah, I forget what it was. Kim was like, "Oh, maybe this is Game of the Year." Now you're like, Mike, look at me. I promise.
I
you.
guarantee it.
It was weird. When Death Stranding 2 happened, because like with Death Stranding 2, like the reviews came out, I was like, oh, people really like it, I guess, and but even that game, like I felt like generally I heard people stop talking about that game pretty quickly. Not that game is like a failure or something. It probably did very well, and it's going to continue to do well. But Clair Obscur is a game that seemed to have a lot of juice, and really conversation around it only quieted down a little bit when like Silk Song came out, and then and then at that point this conversation was kind of went from Silk Song to Hades 2 to Dispatch, honestly, but so much of the year seemed dominated by Clair Obscur.
Yeah, and just have doing the Bomb 12. That's the sense I got as well. It's like in the recent weeks, Clair Obscur's gone right back near the top. So it's like, oh yeah, everyone's continuing to go back to this game. Let's see. It's after Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2 is number 2 on here. Number 3 is Donkey Kong Bonanza. Number 4 is Hades 2. Number 5, Hollow Knight Silk Song. And number 6, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I will say that is that right? Is this in the right order, Christian? You think?
It's not on the order.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm looking at it. It's like that doesn't look right on the chart. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's basically almost an equal field after that with like.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like honestly, it looks like. Okay, actually, here's what happened.
I'm looking at it too.
55. We have 57 responses. 55 people vote for Clair Obscur, and then Hades 2 and Silk Song each got 1 vote.
Yes,
so that's how lopsided.
No
it is.
votes for Bonanza, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, or Death Stranding 2. Effectively, statistically, all of them are basically 0, and Clair Obscur is 100%. So we'll see. I'm on that gambling market, Mike. I don't know if you saw that skeet I posted. There's $38 million involved in one way or another. That doesn't mean there's $38 million on the line, but whatever. $38 million has been transacted for this Game of the Year bet, and that also has about 98% saying that Clair Obscur is going to win. So seems a very likely winner this year. Okay. Best game direction, a little bit more interesting. Number 1 still is Clair Obscur Expedition 33 with 45.6% of the respondents. And then it's Death Stranding 2 on the beach with that's 38.6%. And then Hades 2 and Split Fiction split some of the decision there at 7% each. And then Ghost of Yotei had 1 vote. Yeah, I could see this one. Everyone like knows who Kojima is, right? So that would help it get a
Yeah.
lot more attention here. But what do you think?
Yeah, exactly. I think Clear Obscure is still probably the favorite. But yeah, the Kojima factor, people know who he is. They like him, they associate him with these shows. Maybe they want to see him on stage. Not that again, he wouldn't necessarily deserve it. But yeah, I think that's why this is like the category maybe Death Stranding 2 does break through.
All right, let's see here. Best narrative, Claire Obscure, once again, a runaway favorite, 89.5%. And then with 3 votes, Silent Hill F is your runner up there, followed by Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, getting 3.5% of the vote here. And then with 1 vote, Death Stranding 2 on the beach. This is also one where it's like, Claire Obscure's a lock. It's like such a firm lock for narrative.
And yeah, like Silent Hill F, again, maybe Dark Horse because it's a game that's not nominated for much else, and it does have a good story. So, like, I bet it's getting decent votes. But yeah, Claire Obscure is, again, the favorite for just a lot of the awards, and it's a game with a good story and a very memorable story. So, yeah, almost certainly going to win it.
Best art direction, it is Claire Obscure Expedition 33 tied with Hollow Knight Silk Song, both with 35.1%. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, this one is interesting, I think, because they're both very good-looking games in very different ways. Claire Obscure, just being a kind of traditional 3D game that's like kind of realistic, but fantastical realistic, and it pulls it off really well. And then Silk Song just having this gorgeous 2D visual design that I absolutely love. I would probably tip my hat to Silk Song for it. But again, like Claire Obscure is going to just get so much momentum in almost every category that it might just also win this one anyways. But it could be Silk Song. This one is definitely the first one I think Claire Obscure has real competition.
Yep. Let's see. After that, Hades 2 is in third. Fourth is Ghost of Yotei, and fifth is Death Stranding 2. And they're all kind of equally separated there. Best score and music. Let's see here. So this is the person who wins would be the composer. Christopher Larkin, Darren, I'll just read who's in the lead here. Lorian Testard, who is the composer for Claire Obscure Expedition 33, has 91.2% of the vote. And then Darren Korb for Hades 2 is number 2 with 7%.
Yeah. I mean, the music was so good in this game that it became like a story. Like,
Yes.
How did the music get this good?
Right? People did multiple like follow-ups on that. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, and there's so much of it too. Like, there's an insane amount of music in the game, and it's so freaking good. Yeah, almost certainly a lock.
Best audio design. This one is also looking pretty interesting. Number 1, though, still Claire Obscure Expedition 33. What do you think the chances are? It just like pretty much wins every category it's in. Like, there's a chance that happens.
A Return of the King situation.
A Return of the King situation. Yes.
Interesting, because I'm trying to look like what categories is it in where maybe it doesn't have a chance. Like, I guess here's the thing: does it win Best Independent Game and Best Debut Indie Game as well? Then at a certain point, it almost seems mean.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Almost like too much.
I agree. It could be kind of like, oh boy, this is getting like having to go up there every time if you're the developer is going to be a little bit awkward at a certain point. Like we've thanked everyone we can think of. Thank you, and just you'd walk away again, and then 5 minutes later you're back up there. All right. So best audio design. Yes, number 1 still Claire Obscure. Number 2 with 22.8% of the vote is Battlefield 6. Those shooters always kind of like play in this one a lot because they do obsess over the sounds of those weapons and things like that and the machines. Let's see here. Number 3 right behind that one though with 21.1% of the vote is Silent Hill F, a goopy game. That's one I think you said you liked the sound of the audio design. It was a spooky sounding game.
Yeah, part of it's like, just like I said, shooters are good with this. Like, horror games are kind of good with audio design. They think about that a lot, and there's just a lot of interesting things happening there with that.
All right.
And Silent Hill F, Hill F has the bind sound at the end of the game, which is pretty funny when I heard it for the first time. Just top-notch use of that sound.
What sound?
Bind sound, the tone. I mean, you had to be in bind for the bind folks out there that know.
Oh, Vine. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Best performance. Ben Starr.
What?
Yeah.
Do you think Claire Obscure is an absolute lock on the audio design one? Do you think like Silent Hill or Battlefield can sneak in there.
This is one that I think this is the one that one of these other ones could sneak. I think this is the one where actually Silent Hill F might end up winning.
I would like that.
Yeah, I think people will kind of want to award that game something. Best performance. Let's see here. So this is going to be a close one, but it does look like, let me see there, mostly split between Ben Starr with 28.1% of the vote for his role in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. And then
that's Jennifer English.
Oh no, I'm sorry, you're right. Jennifer English. My bad. Yes, Jennifer English is okay. So number one for her role in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Then Ben Starr's number two at 26.3%, and then behind them at 21% is Troy Baker for Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. I would really like it if he won, but also I don't know if he should win because he's doing an awesome impression, and I really like that game. But Ben Starr and really Jennifer English, she stole that game. She is so good in that game. So I think Jennifer English is going to win this category.
Yeah, probably the favorite though. Like there might be some like, I don't know if there's going to be Expedition 33 cannibalizing in this. Although I don't think Charlie Cox is going to get too many votes here, especially when he like kind of came out and said, "I don't deserve it.
Yes,
give it to my body, give it to the body suit performer instead," which they won't do.
No.
So, but everyone likes Ben Starr and he did a good job. The same goes for Jennifer English. And then, Troy Baker did do a good job getting a very recognizable name, and that helps. So those three are certainly, I think, the favorites. But they're good performances all around here.
All right. Let's see here. Innovation in accessibility of Assassin's Creed Shadows with 49.1% of the vote, and then South of Midnight in second there. Games for Impact. Despolote has 54.4% of the response there. I think that's the one that's like, it is very like impactful in terms of like telling a story from a part of the world we don't normally get in video games. That's fantastic. And also it's like one of the top 10 highest rated games of the year. So you combine those two things, and I think it does stand a strong chance of winning this one. Consume Me is number two at 19.3%, and South of Midnight is 21.1%. Best ongoing, Fortnite at 45.6%. I do think Fortnite is probably going to take it, especially after Simpson.
Probably.
Yeah,
I like that Simpson season. That was fun.
I think everyone sort of did. And then Marvel Rivals is number two here with 19% of the vote, and then 15% of the vote for Helldivers 2. Best community sport, Baldur's Gate 3 at 33.3% of the vote is number one, then Helldivers 2, and then No Man's Sky. Best independent game, 54% think it's going to be Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and then 26.3% is Silk Song, 10% is Blueprints, and 9% is Hades 2. I think what's happening here, Mike, because everyone voted for Clair Obscur for Game of the Year, I think you're right that they think and they feel, the people voting on this, that's like, let's spread the love around here a little bit. If that game's going to win Game of the Year, it doesn't need to win this one as well.
Yeah, this part of me actually doesn't expect, even though it's kind of weird, like, well, what if it's on for this and it's Game of the Year, I was not win this. I think there's a lot of people who are like, what is this? It's an indie game, I guess, maybe. There's so much conversations about what that means and so on and so forth. But yeah, I think there's just a human, it's a human nature thing that the love might be spread around a little bit here. And maybe this is where Silk Song can, it's funny to say Silk Song squeezed by with a win, because Silk Song, as amazing as that game is, could go through the whole award show without winning anything. But, maybe get something here. There's so many good games in this category, too. All these games here are actually, like, among my favorite games this year. Absalom, I played a ton of Ball Pit. I rolled credits on Ball Pit, actually, right before I left on my trip. Blueprints is still one of my favorite games. So there's a part of me is like, maybe I might like Expedition 33 more than any of these games, but I'm kind of like, yeah, it's going to win a lot of awards. Sure would like to see something else get something.
Yep. That brings us to Best Debut Indie Game, which has an even a larger run for Expedition 33 with 70%. Of course, this is the one where Megabonk, right? Megabonk, the developer of Megabonk was considered here, and then he said, please drop me from that because I've made games before. I don't think it's in the spirit of the award. And he was. So now there's only 4 options: Blueprints, Clair Obscur, Despolote, and Dispatch. let's see, Blueprints is 19.3% and Dispatch is 8.8%. I think Clear Obscure actually probably does end up winning that one, and then that's a bigger reason why it might not win independent games, so they can like again spread the love a little bit.
I'm surprised because, like, I assumed Dispatch wasn't getting nominated for anything just because of timing, so it didn't make it in here. Maybe like episode 1 was ready at that time, right?
Yes, exactly.
Maybe.
Yes, and I think that wasn't a super strong category. People are always like, "What's a debut indie?" And it's like, I guess it's this one. We'll go for that.
It's a weird category. And I
it's-
wonder if after this guy asking me draw from it, we even see this category again next year. I don't know.
I hope not. I think I would like to see more like categories that would directly award specific kind of development jobs rather than more stuff like this. But I don't think that also matters so much to what he's doing over there. Best mobile game, Uma Musume Pretty Derby. 84% of the respondents there say that one's going to win.
Is that our audience, or you think there's actual some truth to this?
I think there's truth. I think it's going to win. Yeah, I mean, it's
nice.
Going up against Destiny Rising, which I think is okay or too good. Persona 5 The Phantom X, which I don't think people like. Sonic Rumble, which many people don't seem to like, and Wuthering Waves, which I've had people explain to me, and I always forget. I think it's another MiHoYoverse style game. But
I always think it's Wuthering Heights related, which,
Yep.
it can't be true.
No, I know. Oh, God, what if it is, though? Best VR AR. This is a pretty even split between Marvel's Deadpool VR, Alien Rogue Incursion, actually, number 2 would be The Midnight Walk, and number 3, just behind it, is Alien Rogue Incursion. I think Deadpool probably just ends up winning based on the name.
Yeah, I mean, Alien's a bit of a name, too. But, I don't know. I don't play VR games, so I have no input here myself. But so it's interesting to see this one be pretty even.
All right, now we're in the genre categories. I'm just going to hit the winners for these ones based on the respondents here. Best action game, Hades 2 with 68% of the vote. Best action adventure game,
Likely.
Hollow Knight Silksong with 58% of the vote. That also
That's
seems
good. So
yeah.
that's good. That's how those two get an award, I suppose, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Clear Obscure can't hurt them here.
Right, exactly. But in the best RPG category, it does seem like Clear Obscure with 89.5% of the vote is going to hurt Avowed and Kingdom Come and Monster Hunter Wilds and The Outer Worlds too. Poor Obsidian, 2 pretty good games, and there's just no chance.
It's just like, they're not going to get anything this year for an award. Yeah, 2 good games.
Let's see here. Best fighting. 2XKO is tied with Capcom Fighting Collection 2. I think that's our audience.
Yeah, as funny as I think it would be for a collection to beat the new game from Riot, and like I definitely, I love Fighting Collection 2. People are going to vote for the new game. 2XKO will win. People won't vote for City of the Wolves. Wolves, I can't say that word apparently. Well, you know what? It got a decent reception, but there is the Saudi Arabia weirdness. They put the weird
that
guest
stank on it.
characters. Yeah, it's got stank on it. It stinks a little. It stinks a little bit. Yeah, it won't be that.
Let's see here. Best family. Donkey Kong Bonanza, massive lead there with 77% of the vote. Lego Party in second there with 12% of the vote.
Should be Lego Party. Give Lego Party an award. I love Bonanza. I don't know why it's a family game aside from the fact that
it's for everybody.
Game.
Yeah, it's Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
But this is always the Nintendo category for the most part. The Nintendo game usually ends up winning. And it won't be Mario Kart World this year. So, Best Sim/strategy, Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles with 49% of the vote. Number 2, though, with 20% of the vote, 2 Point Museum.
Maybe the most excited I would be for a win all night, Jeff, is if 2 Point Museum gets its rightful win here. Nope, the Final Fantasy Tactics: Ivalice Chronicles, sure, it's great. It's a remaster. That doesn't disqualify it, of course, but 2 Point Museum is a fantastic original game. I think them pitting sim and strategy games together for no real reason is a bit of a shame. But I gotta love 2 Point Museum. I would love to see it win an award.
Best sports/racing, Mario Kart World is in the lead there, though, with 57.9% of the vote. Nothing really close. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is at 26.3%. That'll be a little disappointing, I think, if Mario Kart wins.
Do you think Nintendo would notice if the Sonic game beats Mario Kart World? I kind of would like to see it almost.
Yeah, I think they would notice. Yeah. And they should be put on notice for that. They need to like recognize that their game did not do what it needed to do. Best multiplayer, Arc Raiders with 43.9% of the vote, has a pretty hefty lead there. Peak in number 2 with 31% of the vote. I would like to see Peak win, but I would not be mad about Arc Raiders winning.
Yeah, both of them make sense.
Best adaptation, a Minecraft movie with 52.6% of the vote, and then The Last of Us Season 2 with 31% of the vote. Yeah, I guess, whatever. Man, I hate that category.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? As long as it's not that Devil May Cry anime that I think looks repulsive.
Yes. But most anticipated game, why do we even do this? Grand Theft Auto 6 with 86% of the respondents saying that one. Number 2 is Resident Evil Requiem with... let's see, 3 votes. So there you go. Content Creator of the Year, Kai Cenat, followed by Moist Critical. The 2 names I do recognize the most, although I've never seen any Moist Critical content. The Burnt Peanut with 8.8% of the vote. I'm still pulling for the Burnt Peanut personally, Mike. Best... Yep, that's right. Best esports game, League of Legends, with 33.3% of the vote.
Man, I don't want to hear about League of Legends anymore. You know when League of Legends came out? 2009. I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Yep. It's just constantly... Jan's downloading it. It's crazy.
It's like this category is depressing. League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike 2, which is just Counter-Strike. Like, God, Valorant even freaking... What the hell is Mobile Legends Bang Bang?
That's the one with the orangutan gangbang character, right?
Yeah, God. Esports is sad.
Yes, it is. Best esports athlete. Oh God, who did you guys even look this up? Did you guys really have an opinion on this?
I do.
Menard is in the lead there with 20.
RD, God damn it,
motherfucker.
Hey,
great savings at Menards.
I know it's Mena RD. I don't care. Menard's a funnier thing to say. Menard. Look, there's a store out here called Menards, and I go there and I scratch
and you find great savings at Menards.
Yes, and I turn to someone and I'm like, look, I'm scratching Menards, and everyone laughs. It's a great time.
Oh no.
So I guess best esport athlete is Mina RD.
Hell yeah, put some respect on the Toro, goddammit.
Best esports team. As always, as we all predicted, Jin Ji of the League of Legends esports scene. Hooray.
League of Legends.
God. Esports doesn't even like do anything anymore. Like the fact that he still has to like appeal to them, I guess because they have big audiences or whatever. So
they can advertise on there, you know?
Right. But I think he's trying to get their juice instead of the other way around. It's stupid.
Weird.
Okay.
It's weird. Remember the Overwatch League? Overwatch wasn't even nominated for any of this when they had the league.
That whole league. What was the Shanghai Dragons or whatever?
They had all sorts of team names, and team owners, and yeah.
All right, that is the predictions out of the way from the community. Christian, I have a document here, a sheet that I can open up, and I can enter stuff in here. Do you have like an idea of like what you want us to do? You want us to like predict like what games will be there and that kind of stuff?
I want an announcement. I want like what do you think is gonna come out? Like something crazy. Try something crazy. I need the algorithm.
Okay, how about this?
Video, please.
How about this? Let's do our lock. Let's do our far-fetched, and let's do our dream scenario. So 3 guesses. Why don't we start with? Let's start with the dream scenario. Let's start with the wild one. So what is like the completely out there thing that you think probably isn't going to happen, but that you still want to happen?
That the Final Fantasy IX remake was not canceled. It's actually real, and here it is. And it's very good and pretty and nice. And Vivi has a good voice. It doesn't sound like an adult woman doing an annoying brat voice. It's not a Bart Simpson problem. I don't think it's happening. I think that project was real and is not happening anymore. But if it showed up here and it turns out it's okay, I would feel a lot better.
I will go with a Star Wars Shadows of the Empire remake.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Shadows of the Empire.
No, you'll get a really bad Saber interactive port, and you'll like it.
I would like it. That's the thing.
I would.
I
take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right, but yeah, I want like a full like Resident Evil 2 style remake of Shadows of the Empire, a thing that just won't ever happen because John Drake hates me. Okay, Mike, what do you think is your far-fetched one that you think will happen?
Oh boy, is Half-Life 3 far-fetched anymore? Is it?
I don't
It's not
know.
that-
Check,
I mean,
where's
always far-fetched.
where's Gabe's boat right now? We need to
Where
check.
Where
Yeah,
is
where's
he?
Boat Watch? We need to go get on Boat Watch.
Where's Gabe? Is he's sailing towards LA right now? Yeah, I guess I'll say Half-Life 3. Screw it.
Okay.
Why not? Even though there's a part of me like that. Like, it could. There's a part of me it's like they're not going to go to Keighley. Of course they could go to Keighley. They
Yep.
could, but yeah, they could.
Mike's far-fetched. I think it's Half-Life 3. It's always far-fetched, even with all of the smoke around it. I think it
Yeah.
still qualifies. Okay, let's see here. My far-fetched that could happen. No, that I want to say the Mario 3D gets teased, but that's too far-fetched, and that's not going to happen. Okay. Castlevania, a new
Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah.
hell yeah.
new major Castlevania, because I think that could happen, but it's on the other side of that because it's Konami, and I don't think Konami would actually make the deal with Keighley for this. But there's always money, always talks, and they could make kiss and make up if enough money's on the line. So yeah,
Listen, didn't they show Silent Hill out for the first time on the Game Awards or something?
I don't remember, Christian. I feel like that's something that was like its own stream, but I don't.
Yeah, they had that
remember.
big
They
Silent
have
Hill
their own
game.
stream, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he announced it in the game in like in one of his shows. Chat, help me.
All right, Mike. And what do you have for guarantee? People can take their money, go gamble on this, and they'll get a guaranteed return that this is going to be at the Game Awards.
Oh god, it's hard. It's probably too soon for Fizzin or OD, right?
Probably.
Like Hideo's not going to be there to talk about new games. He's still going to be doing. Maybe you'll get the Death Stranding 2 PC port kind of announced or talked about there. I'm not going to get Mega Man because it can't just be like this game's going to show up because I think they even said Resident Evil 9 is going to be there, and I wonder if this is where we see like Leon or whatever we're all expecting to show up there as kind of the fun, interesting thing. What else could Capcom be doing? That's right. Like what's after Resident Evil aside from just more Street Fighter and Monster Hunter stuff? But I don't know.
One of the
Dead Rising.
one of the stories this past week was Dead Rising could be back.
Right. You know what? And yeah, you're right, and I believe that. And we haven't been announced. So yeah, if you want to tell me something that's absolutely going to happen, I think that's it. I think the Dead Rising reveal is here
Okami.
almost for sure.
Mm.
Okay, well, Okami was announced already. Yeah, they announced Okami last time, or at Summer Game Fest or something. Okami was announced.
You're right.
So, but yeah, as soon as something being announced, it will be that Dead Rising in Hollywood that they talked about. Or
what-
but you could account the Leon reveal for Resident Evil 9. That's a like more specific guess.
Okay. Let's see. You said I'll do both of those. Let's go. Just do a slash. Leon for RE9. Other.
They're not going to reveal that Pragmata is secretly a Mega Man game. They're going to keep that as a surprise for when it comes out.
Of course. Why ruin it? They've been able to like keep it locked down for this long. So
Yeah, no one will believe me. So
yes. Let's see here. What was that? There was a game that just got rated by. Oh, that was Death Stranding 2 for PC. I guess that would technically be something new, and I bet that does happen there. I'll make that my lock for now.
you need to be careful with this category because people might be like, Jeff Grubb says that he guarantees that this game's going to be at the Game Awards.
Yes, this is all just speculation and guessing. Thank you, Mike, for that. I always forget that people are like that about that when it comes to me. Okay, Death
Oh, there goes the
Stranding.
traffic for the video. Thank you, Mike.
2 on PC. Grubb's a lock.
There you go.
Okay.
Maybe I'll play it then.
I know that's like it was like the worst news for me to play in that game was hearing that. It's like, oh man, I guess I could probably just wait a couple of weeks and play it on PC. That sounds better. Okay, so My lock is Death Stranding 2 on PC. Mike's locks are Dead Rising and Leon for Resident Evil 9. Let's see. My far-fetched guess that could happen is a new major Castlevania. Mike's far-fetched that could happen is Half-Life 3. My dream scenario is Star Wars Shadows of the Empire remake, and Mike's dream is Final Fantasy IX remake. Man, I'm sorry that has slipped into being a dream and not just far-fetched.
Yeah, what a roll, because it's
Yeah.
like everything else was happening. I'm like, I guess this is happening for sure. And they were even like releasing new art and talking up that anniversary so much. And then it's just kind of had to hear from like a Jason Schreier tweet, like, actually, no, that's not happening. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, it sounds
Never
like something they
mind
were
then.
doing, and they kind of put it aside. That's the worst part, maybe.
They should.
Who is going
you know,
to be the famous people on the show this year? What celebrities is going to show up?
yeah,
I say Shep Goldblum.
yeah, that could happen.
Eminem.
Eminem could be there. They've had in the past Vin Diesel, and they've had Al Pacino for some reason.
Oh my God,
Dunkachino.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's gotta be something real stupid and weird. Oh, Aaron Paul will probably show up. Turbo Sean's right. I feel like Aaron
Yeah.
Paul shows
Well,
up at
Charlie
video games
Cox.
all the time.
Yeah, and he's in Dispatch, so
Charlie Cox might show up. He'll be like, I still didn't know I was in a video game.
oh, do you
What are
think
talking about?
I bet Aaron Paul does the award for best performance. I bet he hands it out for best performance, so they
That'd
can
be cute.
acknowledge that he
Well,
was
well,
in
but-
Dispatch and stuff. Yeah.
Maybe because they like to have last year's winner do that one if they can.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
You're
that's-
right. That is how that one works. Yeah, good point. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I think what we'll do is we'll take one last break. We'll come back. We'll talk about what we've been playing and clean up some super chats right after this.
I'm like, who did win best performance last year?
Who won last year?
Oh, it was the Hellblade 2 person. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember
Oh,
Hellblade
yeah,
2?
No,
Remember
Unfortunately.
Hellblade 2? That was crazy. That game.
an
came
Unreal
out.
game.
Huh?
You know, Menards is from Wisconsin. Did you know?
I didn't know that. I
Oh.
knew it was Midwest, but I would not have necessarily
Yeah.
guessed
Oh.
Wisconsin.
Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
She's
yeah.
from Brazil.
Yeah.
Kono Nikusama is right. Macaulay
So
Culkin might
close,
show up.
so close.
Close. Oh my God.
He was
that
right
I like to call you
there.
Nekusama. Macaulay Culkin.
Oof.
That's
Is
a
it
good guess. Though.
Neko?
Oh, no, Neko.
Neko.
Sama.
He's
Ne-
saying
Neko.
Niku.
It's Neko? Okay.
Neko.
Neko.
Neko
Yeah.
cat. But yeah, Macaulay Culkin. That's a good guess. That's a good guess.
Okay. I am ready to bring it back if you guys are ready.
Let's do it.
Yo.
What was that?
What's that? You sounded like those tubes you turn
No.
upside down. They make weird
Yeah,
noises.
what's
Like,
Yo. Oh, wait.
it sounds like you're saying yes and then changed your mind.
Yeah, that's.
It's just, no, I'm just it's late, yo.
Okay. All right. In 5, 4, 3. We're back. Mike, what have you been playing?
Yeah, I said I didn't play much or any much once I was in Disney, but in the airport and traveling, I was actually spending a lot of time playing Kirby Air Riders road trip mode, which is the single player mode that is actually more and more interesting the further you get into it, because the difficulty does ramp up a bit. So the things you're doing to like get power ups to your car or just unlocking new cars. So sometimes I will fail a challenge and you get to pick a different car. I'm like, oh, I do need to use the car that has like better air gliding
Right.
or tighter turning or stuff like that. So it's pretty fun. And also, like, there's a story with these cutscenes and it does go somewhere. And, there is like a climax to it. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting this. That's fun. Yeah. So it was like a relatively beefy single player mode. And they even do give you a reason to go back and play it even more. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that,
Right.
Especially since now I'm at Prime 4, but like, I'm sure I would have a good time. If
You're
I
not
did.
against it. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm not against it. Yeah.
Are you going to be down for UPF tomorrow? We're playing City Trials.
Yeah. I mean, I get concerned that all we do is play City Trials, the bad mode, and then talk about how we don't get this game. Like the
Well,
stuff that's better about it.
We could do the fun stuff too, but I mean, I think I'm
Yeah.
starting to understand and like get City Trials.
You're right, though. You're
I
right.
think the key
wanna
is to
play more
not
City
take it
Trials.
seriously. I think the key is like, let's just go have some fun and who cares? Which I think is probably why so many kids liked it. It's so obtuse that even when you lose, it kind of feels like that doesn't matter, and you guys all just had a good time together. I don't know.
Right. Because because I play a lot of those, mini games that you can play at the end. as just part of Road Trip, and they almost kind of make more sense to me in that context.
Sure.
There, so I know
Road
what they
Trip is
all
great.
are now.
Yep.
And like I have this game. I guess I am curious now that I have this game knowledge about what what kind of cars I should be using, what kind of stats maybe matter for these things. Yeah, maybe that'll be a good time. I do want to try more city trials. But, we can make those lobbies, and because when you make those lobbies, you can just do things like go into specific mini games right away. Even I think that's neat.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We should do a lot of that. So, yeah, looking forward to playing some of that with you. And I need to finish Road Trip. Actually, I'm got most of the way through that, so I should just complete that. I started Metroid. We talked about it a little bit, but so far I'm really driving with it. I think that this early segment that is that is kind of onboarding you, it really does feel like it's trying to like get you to understand like the kind of gameplay loop you're going to be encountering. I've been like, yeah, this is completely acceptable as long as I get on the other side of it and it feels a little bit more like a Metroid game. People talk about it in like a way where it's like it doesn't do that at all. And then some people talk about it's like, no, it clearly does over here. Just like it's a little bit separated from some of these other places. Describing the idea of it being more like a Zelda dungeon, a big Zelda dungeon. I'm like, okay, I need to see that for myself and see exactly what that feels like.
Right, because I just played Metroid Prime 2, and it's kind of like that also in the sense that you have a hub area, and from there you access these kind of 3 larger sub areas, and they kind of connect to each other through like one elevator also. And in each of them, there's kind of one time when they're like, no, now you need a upgrade. You can only get back at the hub area or back in that one other area. So I wonder if it does that at all, or if it is very self-contained. Like you're in this area until you finish it. Now you go back to the desert, go to the next area, and you're in there. And again, even that will be okay as long as those sub areas aren't linear, right? As long as there's kind of interweaving happening there. I think I'll be okay. So yeah, like I'm curious to see like what I do think about that, what I do think about more of these interactions with the human characters and so on and so forth. But like the positives of the game are already like shining through very much so. Just how gorgeous the game is, how good the game sounds, how good the game feels to control. I love like fine tuning with the gyro. This is the first Switch or Switch 2 game I have played since maybe Mario Odyssey, where I'm like, maybe I should be playing this docked mode.
Yeah.
That looks like I almost never care about that.
Yep, same.
But now I'm a little bit curious. J. Arthur, I'm playing 120 FPS mode, actually.
Yep, same. 720, 120. That works really well for me. Yes, yeah, it is 720p, right? Yeah. Then other than that, it's really not been a lot. Like it was a little bit of Kirby. I did play quite a bit more Sectoria. I've talked about that in a bunch of places now, though. But I'm 17 in the world. I'm sure I'm not anymore. But when I last looked, I was 17 in the world, Mike, and that was it was battling to get there for sure. Although I am a little afraid of like poking the bear of Jacob Geller and those others, because if they beat me, it's like, oh, am I going to go back in there and get in that competition? Because those runs for that campaign mode are a half an hour. If you're really going to like deliver something that's a half an hour. There are other modes that are just like Geometry Wars. It's like Classic, where it's like, oh, that was like 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh, why didn't we focus on this instead, as Chris Plant suggested? So I've been playing some of that, but mostly that was like me being like, okay, I set my time in campaign. I kind of want to just play Metroid, but it's not here yet, so it's kind of killing some time with these other modes. And now I think I'll probably hopefully be able to just put that game down. It's really good. It's right now up there as another one of my potential games of the year. It absolutely delivers on a really refined, like exquisitely designed follow-up to Geometry Wars in a way that none of the Geometry Wars sequels ever really were. It's like, oh, this is clearly made by people who understand arcade style games, dual stick shooters, and of course they do. They have the pedigree of being former Housemarque people, so it's like they probably have thought about this kind of game their entire lives at this point, and it's obvious when you're playing it.
You know what's weird?
Oh yeah, please.
No, I didn't play it, but I just realized. You know what came out today is that VR new Thief game. Remember that?
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. That's weird.
I just saw. I'm like, oh, that happened. There's a new Thief game, and it's VR only.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Is it
man,
like a multiplayer game? Or is it just single player?
I don't know if it's multiplayer. I just know there's a new Thief VR game, and that is a thing, and that'll probably never play. But I don't know. Maybe it's really good. Maybe someday if I have like that new Valve thing, I'll play it. Huh, weird.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to ask you anything else that you want to talk about.
No.
Okay. Let's clean up those super
Yo.
chats.
All right, more of those. All right. Let's see. Where did we leave off here? Canadian Prime Ministers. Antonio Morales says, please read Jeff. Every time I hear you guys talk about Persona, it always reminds me of how Jeff read Rize as Rise. It's funny every time.
It's actually pronounced
Penis.
Rize, Mike. You messed up there, so.
My bad. Jabez says, just beat Absalom and Shinobi last night. RIP my top 10. Yeah, I gotta start kind of like putting it together now. I'll tell you what, it's handy that I started doing that infinite backlog thing. I can just look at the games I beat by
for
release
sure.
date. And I'm like, I'm like, okay, I beat 25 games this year. I forget that came out this calendar year, so now I can start from there and figure it out. Gosh, Absalom and Shinobi both have pretty good chances of being on the list. I don't think either of them are top fivers because top five. Even have to think about it, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of games I really liked. So
It's kind of a bloodbath
we
up
shall
there,
see. You know what's interesting? Like, I like Shinobi, but like Dan liked Shinobi more than I did, which is not a prediction I would have had going into this year.
Yeah, same. Yeah, and I think most of us fall on the side of Shinobi versus Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, but I don't think I'm necessarily alone. I think I prefer Ragebound. I've played some Shinobi. I need to play more, and I intend to. That's one of the games I will be playing before we actually have our conversations.
Kono, Neku, Sama,
Oh,
So close. So close.
Neku,
so
Sama,
close.
It's an O, Mike. It's an O.
It's
There now you.
Neko.
Neko, Neko.
There
There
you go.
Mako Reactor. Time for Game S's the Stone Cold Lock of the Century of the Week. God, what's that from? That sounds so familiar.
I know, I can't place it either.
The I'm Googling it because I'm like, that's a funny joke, and it sounds like something I remember. I feel like it's like, in my mind, I'm reading it as those news reporters from Family Guys. Oh, it's Carl. It's Carl from fucking
Aqua Teen?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh, that sounds right. Okay.
Tuber says, I guarantee a trailer for Secret Level Season 2 with a major segment featuring Fair Games. Oh, man, Fair Games.
Oh, shit.
I never did see that Mega Man thing that they did for that.
Apparently it was really
probably
short
because,
or
like,
something, yeah.
I heard it was like 4 minutes long or whatever. And I was like, right, I don't know. I don't know if I can be bothered to start up Netflix or whatever it's on.
It will
long
probably
enough
take you
to-
longer to like sign in and all that stuff than to actually watch it.
Exactly. Lastly, it says, hey guys, what should I get myself tomorrow for my 38th birthday? Any ideas? I've been wanting a PlayStation 5 Pro, but I can't justify the cost. It was stupid how that thing was like a little bit cheaper on Black Friday or whatever. And I was like, maybe I should.
I know, so I definitely
maybe
considered it
shouldn't.
as one I did not. Yeah, I also
I
saved
did
my
not.
money. Yep.
Get yourself a fun Lego if you want. Get the Game Boy or get something
Yeah.
a little fancier. I think I kind of wanted that Enterprise D, but I think it already sold out, so I don't know like how difficult it is to find that. But or maybe get yourself like that and Thor if you're into that,
Yeah.
or Analog 3D. These things are fun. There's some fun hardware out there right now.
Analog 3D is great. $270 is still worth it.
Fire says, Mike, can we get a December calendar reveal, please? No. Well, the calendar's gonna be like we're not gonna be able to make a 2026 calendar, right? It's gonna be a calendar that comes out in 2026 for 2027 is what's probably gonna happen. Then.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff on the line, and we keep reminding people that stuff will start coming in 2026. And if it's like something like that, it'd have to be a calendar for the following year.
I was maybe working on a song for the Christmas album.
Oh, they're talking about the calendar behind you.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, my Sega console
know either.
calendar, which I loved. Yeah, dang. Okay, yeah, it's been on Dreamcast, right? I left in November. It's December now. Let's see what console is going to show for I predict for the final month of this Sega hardware calendar, it's going to be the Sega Genesis.
All right.
Drum roll,
All right.
please.
All right, he's standing up. Yep, he's going back there.
Fucking Game Gear.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the Game Gear, everybody. I thought it was the Neptune.
It says just 5 more minutes on it because that's how much battery life it holds.
Man, get its ass. Someone's finally putting the Game Gear in its place.
Really coming down hard on the Sega Game Gear, everybody.
That's fun.
Grant MP says, "My name is Jeff Grubb. I'm officially confirming that Pepsi Man 2 is being shadow dropped at the TGA
hell
Game Awards." There you go.
I would love that,
And then-
man. Pepsi Man was fun.
JD Camp says, "What would a Metroid Land food be like?" There'd be some kind of like savory gelatin dish that looks like a Metroid, right?
Yeah, Metroid brains, chilled monkey brains, something like that. Yeah,
Okay, it'll be racist.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And that's it. That's it for the super chats.
All right, fantastic. Mike, I think with that we should probably get out of here.
Sure.
Hey, glad you're back.
Thank you.
Are you getting right back in the swing of things of like regular streaming? Is there a 90s Disney happening and all that stuff? What's going on?
Yeah, we gotta do our 90s Disney because we usually do it the first of the month, but I was gone, so figured that out.
Trip
Like,
report? Is there going to be a trip report maybe as a bonus episode or
Yeah.
something?
We'll figure out how we're doing that exactly. Maybe we'll just do that. We'll do like halfway through the other one. There's a part of me that's worried to look at. I need to look at the support emails for the store while I was gone. That was like the one thing I had to do. I was like, oh, the store is still going to say that there's a sale going on when the sale's not going on anymore. So in my hotel room, I was like, can I edit the store on my phone? I sure hope so. And I could.
Good.
So managed to get to that. But thank you for everybody who participated in the Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
If something happened and you needed support, give me a moment to get to that.
All right. We will be back with regular episodes next week. Things will get hairy here pretty soon because we're gonna have some travel and things like that. So
Thursday, we don't have a decided Thursday.
That's right.
It's, Game Awards.
that's right. The Game Awards is next week on Thursday when we would normally do this. So yes,
Wow.
we won't be able to do this because we're gonna be doing a talk over everybody. So you just go over to Giant Bomb and get us there.
Yeah. Well, we want to do a show on Friday. We just need to take it off. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll just,
Figure it out.
maybe we can record a very quick thing after it happens or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe we just do an impression. It's just like a thing that's just that, no game.
Yeah, I mean, if
Talk about
Half-Life
that.
3 gets announced or something like that, maybe we could do like, okay, emergency podcast sort of thing.
But we are doing a talk over. But yeah, for Giant Bomb.
Yep, yeah, just go hang out over there with us. That'll be good. But yeah, like I said, the schedule will be wild because we have some travel. We're getting together to do our Game of the Year stuff. That's all going to be happening, and we'll probably
TV
take some
list.
time off around the holidays. What's that, Christian?
Chibi list, like a guest list.
Yes, we're working on
Yes.
guest lists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Did we announce our Game of the Year plans while I'm gone? Am I allowed to talk about that yet?
not specifically, but yeah, we did. We said we're going out to main gear and all that stuff. So yeah.
Oh, we did. Cool.
Cool. Hi, everyone.
I want more bagels,
Yeah, at least 4 this time. I can't wait.
Yeah,
more pork roll.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. See you next time.
thank you. Check the Discord. Stuff happening. Looks crazy, guys. Looks crazy. You
beat
uploaded
it.
the show?
Oh, you beat it.
I haven't beaten it yet.
It's Donald Duck for real.
A lot of cores going into slots.